Hello, it's Richard Wilson. I'm coming to you from Madrid, Spain, and this short video is on how to get hedge fund seed capital for your new venture. Whether you're a trader starting a fund, an emerging manager, or somebody coming out of a large bank or hedge fund starting your own fund, I hope this video will help you get seeded faster. My first tip is to have audited trading track record returns. Lots of people have a Yahoo stock portfolio, a virtual portfolio, or back-tested results based on some model that developed. It really doesn't mean much unless you have an audited track record of you trading live in an account. Even if it's only $50,000 or $100,000, as long as you're trading using that same investment process that you would after getting seeded, that's fine. People are going to respect that a lot more than just an idea that might work in the real life. So make sure you have an audited track return. The second thing is you need to have your basic marketing materials in place. A one-pager, either one side or one side front and back, that says what your trading strategy is, who's on your team, if anybody, what your investment process is, what your track record has been, who your service provider partners will be or are right now, and have your pitch book 12 to 20 pages long, a PowerPoint pitch book developed. By having these put together, you look more professional and more like a real business than the average person that goes out and tries to get hedge fund seed capital. The next thing to remember is that the stronger your team is, the better. And I know that you might not have unlimited resources to recruit people with lots of experience to your team, but there's ways to build your team without a lot of money. First, you can give away equity, you can give away percentage of profits, you can give away equity and percentage of profits based on whether somebody stays with you for 5 to 7 years or more. And you can also build your advisory board. Building your advisory board with people with really deep experience in running successful hedge funds, raising capital for hedge funds, improving the operations of hedge funds, is a great way to add credibility, because with a very low investment of capital on your part, you can be associated with very credible people who are an authority either in the hedge fund industry or within your asset class specifically. So building out your team is very important. People are going to look at your team just as closely as they'll look at your trading strategy and the risk you take in your portfolio. Another tip is to focus on reducing volatility in your strategy and making everything as systematic as possible. You want to keep your investment decisions as consistent as possible, and you want to avoid at all costs making it look like your strategy is based on some part in getting lucky, or your past returns have been based on getting lucky with market timing or lucky in your stock picks. You want to show that your decisions are based on a system that day after day is going to produce great risk-adjusted returns for that person who's going to seed your fund. There's two more things you should look out for while trying to get hedge fund seed capital. The first is that you're self-invested in the fund. 100% of your liquid net worth should be invested in your fund. And if it's not, as much of your liquid net worth as possible. Now, don't take this as financial advice. You should seek your own financial professional's advice if you're trying to decide where to put your own money. But from an investor's perspective, the more of your own net worth that's invested in your fund, the better, because it shows that you are going to cut risk as fast as possible. You're going to cut losses as fast as possible if the market starts to go down and your portfolio starts to not work as well. So the more invested in your fund, the more that you invest in your own business, the better. And the final tip is to stay flexible. When you're getting hedge fund seed capital, people are going to want aggressive deals. Either they're going to want part equity in your fund, or they're going to want an advisory board spot in your fund, or they may want to actually have you put up something called risk capital, so that first losses in your portfolio come out of your capital instead of part of theirs. This might be something you're uncomfortable with at first, but I would encourage you to be flexible. Oftentimes, if you don't get seeded, you don't get started, and you're never going to attract those investors a year or two down the road, you might never start your hedge fund, you might never get to 30 million, 50 million, 100 million, and your hedge fund may never exist. So be flexible. There's going to be creative things that are asked of you, and you're going to have to, step back, tell them you need a couple days to consider it, talk to your team and advisory board, and just keep an open mind while working with seeding platforms. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video on hedge fund seed capital and how to get seeded. I hope it helps you in reaching your goal of starting your fund. It's Richard Wilson coming to you from Madrid, Spain, and I'll see you next time.